Red Voice News, splashing the check-in. Thank you for tuning in. And man, I did not want to talk about this story right here, but there was nothing else in the media that I wanted to touch on. So I thought, hey, why not? Okay, so rapper NBA Youngboy and Yaya Mayweather, her real name is Yaya Mayweather. That's the daughter of boxer Floyd Mayweather. They just welcomed their new baby boy. All right, he was just born the other day. She just gave birth to a new baby boy the other day, but she's also facing life in prison for stabbing one of NBA Youngboy's baby mothers. All right. And not only did he stab one of his baby mothers, she was pregnant at the time when she stabbed him, the baby mother. So LaPatra Jacobs, she was pregnant at the time when she got stabbed. So it says in the reports that law enforcement reported that when Iyanna arrived at Youngboy's home, she found him with LaPatra Lachey Jacobs, according to TMZ. According to TMZ. Now, LaPatra Lachey Jacobs, she was pregnant. The two women apparently got into an altercation after Iyanna claimed she was NBA Youngboy's fiance and told LaPatra to leave. Things escalated as the women moved into the kitchen where, according to police, Iyanna grabbed two knives. Police said Iyanna charged at LaPatra with one of the knives after LaPatra stepped closer to her, TMZ reported, and she stabbed her multiple times. And, you know, the injuries that she suffered, they're life-altering injuries. Like, this woman can't even lift up her arm right now. Like, Yaya, she damaged a couple of her nerves, and this woman can't even lift up her arms. She can't move her fingers. She was charged with felony aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. According to Bossip, she faces up to 99 years in prison and a $10,000 fine if convicted. I mean, look, that's basically life. And on top of that, you know, NBA Youngboy, he's no stranger when it comes to the law. He just got arrested on September 29, 2020 for drugs and gun charges. Police said they confiscated 14 guns, including one that was stolen and two with illegal stocks, and seized $79,000. I mean, he has a rap sheet as well. Like, he's been arrested before for attempted murder, aggravated assault. There was another shooting which led to a murder in Miami a couple years ago, but that was in self-defense. So he's facing some serious charges right now. They're both facing some serious charges. And this is a person who's had second, third, fourth chances in life. Like, he was given a suspended 10-year prison term and 3 years of active probation. You know, I almost want to feel sorry for him too, because, you know, his mother, you can just Google NBA Youngboy's mother. You can watch some videos of her on YouTube. I mean, she's beyond ratchet. I mean, this woman has a foul mouth. All right. You know, and to see that he was raised by that, like, I'm not surprised. Now, if I didn't mention before, NBA Youngboy, this is his seventh child. Like, he's only 21 years old and he has 7 kids. This is Yaya's first child. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because, you know, in the black community, we call guys like him Pookie and Ray Ray. All right. I like to call them Pookie Leroy. All right. The Pookies and the Ray Rays and the Dusty Dudes in the neighborhood are basically guys who are I mean, they cause nothing but total chaos and destruction in the neighborhood for the most part. To be honest, they don't really have anything to offer to society that's even good. And this person, you know, he had a talent and he focused on music and he made it big. I mean, he's one of the highest streamed artists on some of these streaming platforms. So he's no slouch. He's no slouch with the music. But the thing is, for somebody to have a second, third, fourth, fifth chance at life and to still keep effing up, still keep getting arrested. I mean, this is dusty behavior right here. You're shooting a music video and somebody calls the cops because they're outside and they see about 16 guys out there with guns in front of a camera, aiming it at the camera. Then they call the police and 2 of the guns are illegal. And the Pookie Leroys, the Pookies and the Ray Rays, they don't really value life. They don't care if they're on the main stage and they have a huge fan base. They're making all this money. They don't care. They'll throw their lives down the drain. And this attracts, you know, unfortunately, this attracts a lot of young black women out there. A lot of these black women out here, they pretend as if just well-to-do brothers just don't exist. when, salute to Kevin Samuels, he put it out there. He laid it out there. He laid out the statistics and the data out there. 51% of black men are single and childless, and 64% are in the middle class. So that whole, I can't find them, they don't exist, that's a bunch of BS. And mind you, this woman right here is not a hood rat. This woman came from an affluent neighborhood. You come from a background, I wouldn't say wealthy, but you come from a very rich background. Because of the difference between being rich and being wealthy. I mean, Floyd is one of the highest paid athletes of all time. And I'm pretty sure he provided her with the best shoes, the best clothes, the best education. And here you still will stoop down so low to scrape the soot at the bottom of the barrel in order to look for a man. When you were going to school, you were probably sitting in a classroom with a bunch of other students whose families were in the same tax bracket as your dad, or if not even higher, and you still overlooked them to get a Pookie and a Ray Ray. Not all Pookie Leroys, they're not all broke. All right, they're not all broke. Some of them make it big. Some of them hit a lick. It's that destructive mentality that a lot of these women are attracted to. It don't matter if they came from poverty. It don't matter if they came from wealth. They will still go after Pookie Leroy. Another good example. I want y'all to look up, if y'all don't know, Reverend Run's daughter, Angela Simmons. All right. This woman was walking around here with Romeo Miller for the longest, which, people were championing that. They were like, okay, this woman, she was known to just be a virgin. She claimed she was saving herself till marriage. She dated a couple guys, in the past, like Lil Bow Wow. And there was what's his name? That skateboarder. I think his name was Terry Kennedy. She was dating him as well. They basically left her alone because it's like, hey, I can't wait till marriage just to have sex. So they thought, okay, she was this humble, wholesome, celibate, good, young black woman that was out here doing the right thing, doing the Lord's work. She was seen out with Romeo Miller several times. People were trying to champion that relationship. They were hoping that it would blossom into something. And it made all the sense to me. They come from the same background. Both of their fathers laid it down in hip hop. She also has a rich uncle, Russell Simmons. So, I mean, we're talking about, 9 figures or more these guys are worth on the high 8-figure range. And she overlooked Romeo Miller to get with a Pookie Leroy, with a street cat, with a dusty dude. And what happens? She ends up getting pregnant by the dude, has his baby. They never got married. She became a single mother right after that, and then he got killed. The father of the child got killed because of some shit that he had going on in the streets. And we watched how this woman was living growing up. They had a reality television show for years, and we watched like, man, you didn't come from that. I mean, you went to a private school. How do you manage to find a Pookie Leroy, somebody that dusty, that's from the streets, and you surrounded by nothing but wealth in your classroom growing up? And that's the same thing with Yaya Mayweather. Like, not only are you dealing with this dusty dude, NBA Youngboy, he got on camera while you were sitting right next to him and referred to your father as her bitch ass daddy. Her bitch ass daddy. Now, if I was a father and I'm like, hey, you got this charge over your head and the father of your child's calling me a bitch ass, and hey, you on your own with this one. You going to handle your case. You on your own with this one. You going to allow a man, you going to get pregnant by a man that disrespected me like that. I've never even met him before. You and your grapefruit head can handle this on your own. You don't need me. You got your mans there. And to be honest, like, the son, I feel sorry for the son. The new baby boy's son, the newborn son, I feel sorry for him. And what it goes to show you, a lot of black women in the black community, and I don't want to say all, but a lot of black women in the black community, it's like, no matter if they come from an affluent neighborhood, you surround them by money. You can surround them with, the hair of, the children of BMW. You can surround them by the children of Office Depot. You can surround them by the children of Walmart. The grandchildren of Walmart. You can surround them by the children of Doritos. You can surround them by the children of Wrigley's. You can surround them by the children of Nvidia. You can surround them by you name it. Any big company, you name it, the CEO, you can surround your children around their children in the same classroom as them, and they will still hit up some random hood in the neighborhood, some random hood in America to go find themselves a Pookie Leroy, somebody they feel is real. See, the problem is like we get praised with too much negativity and we don't uplift our scholars like we should. Yaya Mayweather, she's a beautiful looking woman. She's not a bad looking, she's not bad looking at all. But see, the thing is like I said, no matter what they achieve in life, they can achieve the highest, they can obtain the highest form of an achievement in life, whether it be money, success, education. Like I said, they're going to still pull out of that. They're going to still pull something from that Pookie Leroy, that Pookie and Ray Ray bag. And what does that say to the kids out here? Like, hey, man, fuck all that reading. Fuck, trying to go to school. Fuck doing this. Fuck doing something progressive in life. Fuck doing this. Hey, for me to get a woman like her, I got to act like this. And it wasn't like she didn't have a father in her life. Her father was always around. He might have been working or he might have been on the road, but it's not like you never knew who your father was. There's dozens of pictures with you and your dad. There's video footage of you hanging out with your dad on live and everything. So, I feel sorry for Floyd, and I feel sorry for a lot of males out there who have daughters that are going through this, or I don't have any kids. And my thing is like, man, I saw this same shit in my family. And I seen the men in my family disown their daughters for picking out of the Pookie litter, the Pookie and Ray Ray litter. And it's like, damn, because I don't have any kids, but it's like, man, if I have a kid one day and I have a daughter, and, I know when it comes to education, I don't have to worry about that. I know when it comes to being an entrepreneur, I don't have to worry about that. I know when it comes to getting to that bag, I don't have to worry about that. But when it comes to choosing a mate, some of these hoes out here, you just gotta once they start dating, you gotta push them out of the house, because they're gonna bring they're gonna bring a Pookie Leroy to your home, and all that's gonna do is cause chaos and drama. You think, okay, man, my kid's grown, she's 20, about to be 21, she's out the house. I got the money, I've already provided everything for her. I could just sit at home and relax. No, you hit with another bill. And this bill is to get her out of prison, to get her out of a charge that could have her end up in prison for life, which is something you're going to have to break the bank for. And that's why you hear him he's talking about doing another fight this year. I still got to work to pay your lawyer fees. Nah. Anyways, man, Splash, man, I'm over and I'm out. Like, subscribe, comment, share this video. I'm over and I'm out. Hey, if you got a story that you want me to touch on, just, let me know in the comment section below. If you want to hear me give my opinions, or join the Discord and send links in the Discord. Send articles to me in the Discord chat room. All right, peace.